morning, traders. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I hope you guys are wonderful and doing wonderfully. It is the opening bell. Before we get started, remember the information we discuss in this video is opinion and should not be construed as advice in any way. All right, let's get moving. Let's get moving. Sam, I see you there. I see you there. Jules, I see you there. A very, very good morning to you. A very, very good morning to you over there. Let's get moving on to the opening bell. Now, we want to cut right through the noise. All right through the noise. If you're wondering why the markets didn't move after the massive Trump G headlines, it's because the summit was, from many sides, is saying it was just a show. And this is important for us, guys. The reason why it's so important is because it's helping us understand that, there were not any deals really, even although there were talks of the deals and so forth, it was non-binding. Many analysts are saying it was just pinky promises, and both countries really just wanted to quiet or get some form of truce running. All right. So they could obviously focus on their own internal economic issues. Because a trade war was avoided, the market has completely ignored the politics. And we're seeing a lot of the big money has already moved on to what actually matters for the rest of this week, which is high energy prices, inflation, obviously, the tech boom. I see a bird fade there as well. Good morning. Good morning. Now, this is important, traders, because we're going to be looking at, for the rest of the week, we'll be looking at the daily time frame. And we'll be looking at major swing highs and lows. We're seeing a much stronger dollar coming in this specific week, or at least today. I want you to look at this specific one over here. And let me actually just get this running in a different way. So yeah, there's a daily frame. And you can clearly see that price is moving back towards this swing high at 113. If you drop down to lower time frames, you can see that there is definitely a structure to the upside. Now, that does not mean that price will not resist, make another U-turn down there, and then proceed up for the rest of the week. That can happen. Or we can just push straight through to 113. So watch that coming on with the intraday levels. All right, Euro USD, very strong here on a daily frame. We are approaching the 116 support area. And guys, from a forex perspective, the dollar is dominant right now. It's crushing the euro and hitting emerging markets hard because energy prices are high. Interest rates will stay higher for longer. And the play this week is stick with the strong dollar for now, at least today. That's what we see. All right. And that's important for us to gear. If you look at the gold price here, it's actually a split market. Oil is elevated near $110 per barrel due to the global tensions, and gold is holding strong as inflation, as an inflation hedge. However, industrial, metals like copper and silver are taking a breather and dropping. And the play this week is what we're looking for is we're expecting a bit of a high, some high volatility, in the metals. And I think that's also important for us to note. So maybe just check out the daily frame. Look, we are literally at the support there now. All right. So we're not saying that the dollar is going to strengthen all the way to Friday, but at least today, tomorrow, and maybe Thursday, that's what we're looking at. But again, anything can happen. We're seeing the stronger dollar today, and we're seeing that the euro is becoming weaker, and we're seeing the oil price is being elevated. So that correlation is still the main driver for the strong dollar. All right. So we'll be watching this on the hourly time frame from that specific support area that I've just shown you there, which is roughly around the $4,479 per ounce. So watch that very carefully as the oil price moves. All right. Watch the US 30 and the S&P 500. In specificity, the S&P 500. It looks like that resistance is there. And we've moved a little bit away from it. All right. But if you go into the intraday levels, you'll see that there is a support that's also formed. So here's the thing. We might just push to the upside first before if price is thinking about, coming down, we might just push it upside first around 7488 points on the S&P 500 index. If I go down to a much lower time frame, the challenge that this specific technical chart has, it has this high here. So if that high is broken, all right, today or tomorrow, we'll see what the US Open has for us. Then it becomes a easier move for us, all right, to actually predict. But we are looking at the crypto as well. We're still really not moving anywhere. We've been consolidating around the 79,000 level, and we have now seen some downside. And obviously, because the summit didn't inject new liquidity into the global system, crypto has no fresh catalyst at this point. And so the play this week is expect range-bound trading with a bit of downside risk, due to the stronger dollar. That's what we're looking at least as an update for this morning. Obviously, we'll be back tomorrow, and we'll see where the stronger dollar has led us. We have at least something to work with. And we know that if the dollar continues to weaken, we're going to see the lower, ends of that support being touched by, the Euro USD. We're going to see the higher sides being touched of the oil price if that dollar continues to strengthen. So keep an eye on it, all right, see what it does during the London session and the overlap of the London and the New York Open or the US Open. We're going to, possibly see some good movement there, all right. There's no major high impact data that I can say is going to affect the market. Well, at least today, it's a lot of technical moves because we had, a consecutive good data kind of a move coming out of the US, last week, but nothing major has really changed. So let's be patient today. Let's see what happens, and let's give, the charts a little bit of time just to move out of the tight spaces, the dead spaces, and start moving into more free space for us to obviously make some money on there. All right, but that's it from me this morning with the opening bell. We want to be clean and fresh. If you've not opened up an account with us, please visit www.tdmarkets.com. You can email us at care@tdmarkets.com. You can also join us this afternoon at 2 o'clock for a trading room session. It will be a follow-up at least of the opening bell and what's been happening obviously from yesterday, and then obviously what is transpired then obviously late morning today. Some technical updates there. All right, but have a good one. I'm Ashley Reeve. What a pleasure being with you once again. This is the opening bell. Ciao, ciao.